Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Northampton Township Board of Supervisors meeting for Wednesday, October 25th, 2023. I'd like to call the meeting to order. We're going to start this evening with a Pledge of Allegiance and our moment of silence, but I'd like to just make a quick comment on our moment of silence. Tonight, as you can see, the board and all of our other staff are wearing pink shirts in support of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is in October, and we have done this as a tradition every year, and we enjoy supporting that. And our moment of silence tonight, we'd like everyone to congratulate those who were able to beat cancer, and then think of those who weren't so lucky, and hope that we find a better cure in the future. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Before we get started, I'll just remind everyone we have two opportunities for public comment this evening. The first opportunity is limited to agenda items only, and if you'd like to speak during the public comment for agenda items, please sign up in the back of the room. And then there's a second opportunity at the end of the meeting for public comment, which doesn't have to be for agenda items. It can be for anything you'd like to share with the board, and if you'd like to do that, please sign up at the back of the room as well. We have no special presentations tonight. We're going to, is there any public comment? There's no public comment for agenda items, so we'll move right to consent items and the approval of the minutes. Paula?
Mr. Chairman, if there are no objections, I request that the minutes from September 27th be approved by unanimous consent.
Thank you, Paula. And accounts payable, Kim.
Yes, I have the bills list for October 11th, 2023. Total all funds, $2,540,443.35. I also have the bills list for October 25th, 2023. Total all funds, $2,517,583.83.
Thank you. If there's no corrections to any of the consent item, I'll accept a motion.
So moved.
All right, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. No public hearings or unfinished business tonight. We'll move right to new business. Consider bids for solid waste disposal. Barry?
Sure, thanks, Adam. So the township opened bids on October 16th for a new solid waste disposal contract, which is a 5-year contract. We did receive bids from Waste Management, Wooden Waste, and also JP Mascara. One of the bids that we received was a low bid from Waste Management. However, there's a little bit of concern that it's a 5-year contract. We wanted to make sure that Waste Management had the ability to dispose of the waste for the entire 5 years. We couldn't get comfortable with this at that point, so what we decided to do is to reject all bids and go back and have the whole process rebid. So we'll be submitting the bids out starting tomorrow, and then we'll hopefully get new bids in. And then our concern with the one bid we did get was that, like I said, it was a 5-year contract, and at the tail end of the contract, there was a question whether they could take care of the solid waste or not. And we just need to clarify that one issue. So if I could add to make a motion?
Please.
Sure. I move to reject all bids received for a new solid waste disposal contract and authorize the township manager to re-advertise for new bids for this service.
I second it.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion, Barry?
No, only thing I'll add, so the contract does expire on December 31st, 23, but I feel confident we have time to get this done and do it right, so I would support it.
Kim, any further comments?
I totally agree. I think it was a good decision.
Paula?
Yes, I think it's good, too.
Bob?
Do it correctly, not quickly.
No comments from me. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Barry.
Yep.
Next, we have some surplus equipment to sell. Bob?
Yes, thank you. Mr. Hucklebridge, the Public Works Director, has indicated there are surplus items that are expected to be valued in excess of $2,000, thereby requiring authorization of this board. If I may make a motion?
Please.
I move to authorize the Township Administration to sell surplus equipment at public auction as recommended by the Department of Public Works in a memorandum dated October 17, 2023.
Is there a second? We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion, Bob?
Speaks for itself.
Paula?
Yes.
Any, Kim?
I'm good with
No, common sense?
All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Moving over to liaison reports. Kim?
Okay. First, I have about the Senior Center. Mark your calendars for an awesome night of shopping and fun. On Friday night, December 1st, from 5 until 8:30, there'll be a holiday marketplace at the Senior Center. The building will be filled with over 50 vendors selling a wonderful array of handcrafted items, unique holiday gifts, home decor, clothing, accessories, jewelry, and more. It's also a great opportunity to support local artists and vendors. Admission is free and open to everyone. It always promises to be a great evening out. Marketplace vendor spaces are still available. If interested in being a vendor, please call the center, 215-357-8199. Are you age 55 or better and looking to stay active, meet new people, or perhaps learn something new? Then the Senior Center is the place for you. The center offers a wide selection of daytime and evening activities. For more information, feel free to stop by the center at 165 Township Road, across from the library, or check out the website at northamptonsc.com or call 215-357-8199. Northampton Township Parks and Rec. The Park and Rec Department has just added new programs. Morning Beginner Pickleball, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., 4-week sessions starting Tuesday, November 7th. Pickleball is the most up-and-coming popular sport there is. And it's for everybody. It's not just for old people. It's for everybody. There will be family cupcake decorating, holiday cupcake decorating Friday on 12/15 from 6:30 to 7:30. And how about this? Girls' Night Out, BYOB, cupcakes and cocktails on 121 from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. On Friday, October 13th, 150 residents participated in the stargazing in the park. Special thanks to the Bucksmont Astronomical Association for providing information on the planets during our solar walk. They concentrated on Jupiter and Saturn as they were highly visible that night. All who participated got to see both planets through their telescopes, and it was a sight they won't soon forget. Now, this Saturday is our Halloween happenings, so I'm hoping Bob and Paula will join me as judges of the Halloween contest, and I know they're going to because they love doing it with me.
This is undue influence to do this publicly.
Public pressure.
It will on Saturday, October 28th at 11 a.m. in the Municipal Park. Enjoy the costume parade, DJ, and entertainment. Trophies will be awarded for best costume, and the first 300 participants will receive a free treat bag. Also, you can check out Scarecrow Row on display now in the Municipal Park. Local businesses and residents have entered a scarecrow for your judging. Visit the park and vote for your favorite entry. And just another reminder, on Saturday, December 16th, it's Northampton Township's annual Story Time with Mrs. Claus. This is a great event, and it's still available, but will fill fast, so I encourage everybody to sign up. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Kim. Paula?
Okay, I will be there for sure, Kim. Yes.
And for the marketplace, we always shop.
Yes, for sure.
Yep,
Yes.
that's all
And I'll
right.
be judging with Bob.
That's right.
I'm not
Yay.
shopping, but I guess I'll judge.
Okay, thank you, Bob. We need you. Okay, the first thing I want to go into is there's been a change in the Veterans Ceremony for November 11. The ceremony will be held on Saturday, November 11th, and it starts at 10 a.m., and it'll probably last about an hour. We are going, because of all the construction with the new firehouse down the street, we decided that it would be better for everyone and more parking if we go to the Star Center. We're going to have it right across, right across the street. And it's, let's see, the address is 30 Holland Road. Yes, 30 Upper Holland Road, excuse me, in Richboro. Okay, we are going to honor our veterans and our armed services, and we are going to have the ceremony near the flagpole right out front. And the marching band, Council Rock High School marching band, part of it will be there. We're going to have the traditional singer, national anthem, the color guard by the Marine Corps, and we're going to have our bricks that we had engraved showing with the names and the number. Okay, we will acknowledge and honor our local people. There are three to be exact. William Pestershon is a local veteran, and Robert Anorski and Harry Neiman. They are all going to be honored, especially with a flag. They are in their 90s, and one of them, I'm not sure which one, is 100 years old. So that'll be a fun event. The Veteran Commission is looking for veterans who would like to be added to our growing directory, and they'll get updates and all the events and activities and information if they give their email. Anyone interested should contact me or Eric Saraceno. You can find me here at the township, and we will get you in the right direction. Okay, on with the library. We have our strategic plan now, which we're very excited about. After this board formally adopted the 2023 to 2026 strategic plan for the library, the plan has been shared publicly at both Senator Farry's Senior Expo and at the Northampton Days. It's been advertised. The library has publicized the plan on both its website homepage and with posts on social media. It has a number of posters hanging throughout the building where patrons can access the plan using the QR code. Okay, the library board has begun discussions on how to best structure the organization and planning of this implementation of the strategic plan. Right now, members are planning to split the responsibilities among all the board members of the library and develop the first set and schedule the goals to be met within each of the 4 priorities in the strategic plan. They were asked to consider which priorities they'd like to be involved with, and it's being discussed, and we're going to develop recommendations, and they'll all be forwarded to us, the Board of Supervisors, for our consideration. Okay, the library board is also planning to create an onboarding list of expectations of future board members as they cycle on the library board. Okay, so far, the library exceeded 2,100 volunteer hours, the first time since 2019. That is a lot of volunteers that have shown up. And that's my report.
Thank you, Paula.
Thank you.
Bob?
Thank you. I just have some good news on behalf of the Municipal Authority. A draft budget was prepared and presented to the Authority Board at the October meeting. A final draft will be submitted for consideration at the November meeting, and there are no anticipated rate increases, which is consistent with the fact that the Authority has not raised rates since 2017. That's all I have for liaison reports. I did want to say one other thing. We correctly recognize every October by wearing our pink, victims of cancer, celebrate survivors of cancer, but I would be remiss without saying, in light of recent events, that we should recognize the barbaric terrorist attacks on the country of Israel, and that I hope we support Israel in its fight against terrorism, that we keep those victims in our thoughts, and that they defeat the barbarians who kidnapped women and children such that those women and children are returned to their families and to their country. That's all I have.
Excuse me, can I also say that for the residents who have sent us letters, I just wanted to say that I absolutely support Israel, along with all the letters that we've gotten.
Thanks, Kim. Barry?
Yeah, no, I take Bob's words very seriously, too. I feel very bad about it also, fully support Israel and everything else. It's just a very horrible situation. So
It weighs heavy on my heart every time
Yeah.
it's unimaginable, and it's
horrible.
unimaginable. On the liaison reports, so the Planning Commission meeting in October was canceled due to lack of items. Zoning Hearing Board did meet on October 23rd, and it had a number of residential agenda items pertaining to various minor variances, things like that. The next time the meeting is November 13th. The big development in town still is going to be the Mill Race Inn. We're still waiting for that to go to planning. What's happening there is 39 residential condo units are being proposed at that site, and also it's being proposed that the structural building, the actual stone building, will be renovated, which would be very good. The only thing I'd like to add is that last week I did get I felt like a little kid again, but I got a tour of the firehouse in town. And so my people I followed around was the fire chief and the township manager, Adam and Bob. And I can tell you, boy, I've been in a lot of buildings before, and I've never been so impressed. I mean, this is just an outstanding building, a lot of great thought to it, and I was just so impressed. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And, I used to be in commercial real estate, so I've been, to too many buildings, but, very well designed, very well laid out. You can tell a lot of care was done in that. So I just want to congratulate Adam and the staff and Bob and your administration. Just a job very well done. And I'm looking forward to hopefully maybe early 2024 that the buildings will be open. I think we're going to have a large open house for both sites. But boy, I mean, so impressive. And people have to keep in mind, these are things for the next 75 to 100 years. And they're in very important structures in our town. And the last thing you want to hear is that if you have a fire at your house or something, that nobody's available to hop on a fire truck to come to your house. And the fact that we have paid staff now, we have these great facilities coming online right now. It's just very, very pleased with that. So Adam and Bob, congratulate you and your staff. Job well done. Thank you.
Thanks, Barry.
I think we should all take a class trip.
Yeah, anytime, sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a great tour. Yeah, it's a great tour.
Well, that was a great segue for me, so thanks, Barry. At least from the fire department's perspective, we were just so disappointed that we got rained out on our open house fire prevention, which was scheduled to be out in the municipal park last weekend. It's very difficult for us to reschedule because there's so many moving parts and so much commitment of other folks that we couldn't have a rain date. But as Barry just pointed out, our plan is to try to be in those buildings very early in 2024, and we plan on an open house celebration of opening the fire stations in both the Richboro and Holland neighborhoods, and then we invite the public always to come in and have a personal tour. We're going to be in the firehouse. We'll be there 24 hours a day unless we're out on an emergency call or doing other fire department business, so feel free to stop by. Thank you, Barry, for the kind words. I think, as you've all seen, this board is fulfilling its commitment over the last few years to make sure that public safety remains number one in one of the things that we do. We're obligated to do that, and we're just catching up now with the fire service to make sure that we have the best service for our residents, and you'll see a lot more enhancements in the future.
Can I interject for one
Please.
second? I just wanted to tell everyone that I forgot to mention, we have touched the truck, so it's not all lost from October 14th weekend. You can meet at the library at 10 a.m., and there's going to be a fireman with a fire truck, and I'm sure I know I'm going, so there's going to be quite a few people.
We'll be going there dressed up. in our costumes.
Right.
Because then we got to be there at 11.
Yeah.
It's 10 a.m. on Saturday if anyone wants to see the fire truck.
Yep, the fire truck will be down at the library, so anybody's welcome to come on board. And then just to kind of round out the discussion, I just want to thank the many people in the public that have written to many of us up here about the situation in Israel and asked, what can we do? Some people said, we know that there isn't anything you can do. Support is big. Just stating your support and being there for the folks over there and letting them know publicly that we are behind them, that's important. And I think you heard from this board tonight that we stand by Israel, and what we believe happened there is horrific. It shouldn't happen in 2023 in this world. It just shouldn't. Thank you for those that wrote to us, and I think you probably heard from all of us tonight where we are on that issue. After me is manager's report. Bob.
I have no report this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. Assistant manager's report. Bill.
Nothing to report tonight.
Thank you, Bill. Solicitor's report.
No report this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Engineer's report.
And no report. Thanks.
Thank you, Amanda. Any public comment this evening? No. Okay, well, with no further business, the meeting is adjourned.